In Mark chapter 5, we read how the woman with the bleeding condition reached.
For 4 years, I suffered from severe bloating, severe constipation, recurring yeast infections, allergies, under eye puffiness, estrogen dominance, low testosterone, hypothyroidism, my cortisol levels, super mad sugar carb cravings, extreme fatigue, and joint stiffness. And for a while, I thought that this was completely normal because the messaging out there tells you that it is. But still, something in me was telling me, like, no, Wendy, this is not the way that you're supposed to be living. No way. Day after day after day, I felt defeated. But somehow I still had that fight in me that was like, no, I want to change this. I want to feel better. I deserve to feel better. You know what I found out was the cause of all of that? The health of my gut. I had poor gut health, and I'm thinking, what was it that caused me to have poor gut health? It all caught up to me. It was the years from when I was younger of eating processed foods and the sugars and taking the Advil for my extremely bad menstrual cramps. Multiple rounds of antibiotic use due to the fact that I was told that I always had bacterial infections. Not to mention all the years that I was a personal trainer and took all those crappy supplements. All the alcohol that I drank in my 20s and my 30s. This is why you have to go back and listen to that video that I stitched, because it tells about the story where the lady had this bleeding condition for 12 years and she really believed that if she touched the robe of Jesus that she would be healed. So she finally gets to him and she touches his robe, only to find out that he tells her it's not the robe that healed you, it was the fact that you had faith that you would be healed. When I was going through all the years of my health issues, I didn't know this story at the time, but I had this crazy faith just like this lady. Something in me told me that I didn't need all these supplements that my functional doctor was trying to put me on. I didn't need all these expensive programs. I didn't need the expensive hydrogen water. I didn't need all this expensive stuff. It really is just the basics. It's having faith that you will be healed, and it's being extremely in tune with your body. And since all this is talking about the importance of gut health and how many things it's linked to, I even had a friend that had ulcerative colitis and I helped her with hers. There's no one else out there that's going to be this honest with you as I'm being this honest with you now. You do not need any of this expensive crap that these experts are trying to sell you. The expert that got blown up due to the fact that they had these connections. It is nutrition and lifestyle and movement. And I can speak to this because of the fact that I was the same way. I didn't trust what I was feeling. I trusted these experts out here, and all it did was just plant seeds in my head. Once I got in tune with me and I started listening to my intuition, to my gut, as well as praying that if I do this work, if I stay consistent with it and stop listening to everybody else, I was going to get healed. I would get healed. I finally did, and this is why I share everything that I do on my socials. And yes, I did create my own ebook too, but is it out here $50, $60, $100? No. Right now it's $14.99 and it was $21.99. $14.99. That is it. And I will be adding to it because I think that it's super important to add water fasting to the end of it. It will be updated before the end of January, God willing, and I'll put that up there. And even so, when I add that, it's not going to be more than $30. You can heal from these conditions and you will heal, but you do have to understand that this is not going to be an easy process and you will have to live differently from the world.